So I'm hearing that both of you have been really frustrated with the conflicts that you've been having at home, and it seems like there's a lot of frustration on both sides. So what I was thinking that we could try and do is have you reenact this most recent argument that you had, and just imagine that I'm there. Imagine that I'm there seeing everything that's happening. So Victoria, you'll go ahead and act out how things were for you, and then Mom, you'll do the same thing. Do you
Okay.
think that you guys would want to try that?
Sure. Okay.
So let's go ahead and just, like I said, imagine that I'm there, exactly what went on, and how it was for you.
Okay. So I got a call from the school, and I'm wondering why you skipped class today.
Who called you?
The school did.
And what'd they say?
That you weren't in history class and you skipped math class, so you were gone for 2 hours from school.
Okay, but you know that I hate going to school and I've just been skipping. Like, why does that matter?
Because, Victoria, you need to go to school. Like, you know that that's part of your responsibilities. You have to go to school, you have to be there at 7:30, and you have to leave at 2. You have to be in the school the whole time.
You don't know anything. You're not even in school anymore.
But I went through school my whole childhood and adulthood, went to college. You
I
gotta
can't.
do
No.
this.
No.
Victoria, you need to go to school. And then
Uh.
she stormed off, slammed some doors. We
Well-
didn't talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's because, like, she just kept being on my back about it. And, like, she doesn't really get that things are really hard for me at school.
So it seems like both of you were really frustrated by what happened,
Yeah, because she needs to go to school.
and you're feeling like Mom may not be understanding why you don't want to be there.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's, like, an adult. She doesn't get what it's like to be a kid, so.
Right. So the next step that we're going to go ahead and try, if you guys are both willing, we're going to do the same exact thing, but this time you're going to switch roles. So Mom, you'll be Victoria, and Victoria, you'll be Mom.
Okay.
Do you think that that sounds like something you are willing to do?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, Victoria, I got a call from school, and they said that you missed history class and that you just...
Who called you?
The school. They said that you didn't come
Why did they call you?
because you skipped classes and you didn't go.
And what did they say?
They said that you didn't go to classes and that, you should be in school, and I don't know what you're doing with your day.
Well, you just don't get it because you are not in school anymore.
Well, I guess you're right. I'm not in school, but I was at one point, and I know that it's really hard to, go, and I know that there are kids that tease you and that it can be hard, but it is something that you have to do if you want to, have a good life.
I don't want to talk about this right now. And she storms off.
So now doing this, where you guys have both switched roles and you acted as though you were Mom and you acted as though you were Victoria, how either one of you can decide who wants to talk first. Maybe Victoria, you might talk about how it felt being Mom in this situation.
I feel like I kind of understood where she was coming from, because even though she's not in school technically right now, I know she did go at one time. So it kind of made me realize that, like, kind of take on her perspective.
And what about you, Christina? How did you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I still want her to go to school and I want to understand what she hates about school so much, but I can see that maybe by yelling at her, that only makes things worse, and maybe giving her some space to talk about it later when she's calmed down.
It seems like both of you, by acting this out and switching roles, that you're understanding a little bit more about how it must be for that person. So, Christina, you're seeing how difficult it is for Victoria to go to school and some of the reasons why she doesn't want to go, and that you're more understanding as to why she feels so strongly about it. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really know the why yet, but I'm understanding more that we really need to figure out different ways to talk about it so they can understand that without me just yelling at her.
And Victoria, it seems like you're understanding more about why mom is so frustrated that maybe she does just want the best for you and going to school might be something she views as best for you.
Right. And also, like, I can see how sometimes storming off can make you feel just pretty bad about yourself. Like, no one's listening to you.
Yeah.
So maybe this would be something in the future that you guys could think back on and maybe think about doing certain or having certain conversations differently.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like improving our communication.
Yeah.
Are there any other situations that you think it would be helpful to try and act out and see if how you both feel about it?
You're always on my back about chores.
Yeah. We do fight about chores.
Okay. Has there been a recent instance where you got into an argument about it and maybe you think that you'd want to try this activity and go through?
Yeah, I mean, last night I was asking her to do the dishes and the laundry because, it's just us in the house and I really need her help. Um, and I was asking her, like, why she hadn't done her chores from the morning yet. And we got into a big fight about that.
Victoria, how did you feel? What was
Oh,
going through
well,
your mind?
I just feel like she's on my back about everything. And, like, it's one of those things where I can't do anything right. And I just kind of feel like a failure all the time.
So, would you guys like to try this activity again with this argument last night about doing the chores?
I guess we could.
So, like the first time, just act out what happened and just as though I'm there, seeing everything for myself.
So me being mom
Yep.
first.
You be yourself, and Victoria, you be yourself, and then we'll go ahead and do the same pattern, but we'll switch after.
Okay. So Victoria walked in to the living room and I said, Victoria, do you think you could try and do the dishes and the laundry tonight? And also, I'm wondering why you didn't do your dishes or your chores this morning. You were supposed to put your clothes away.
Mom, I've been so busy. You don't even understand. I have so much on my plate right now. I'm like balancing a lot of things. I can't just like keep up with all the chores all the time. I'm like I can't be perfect for you.
Okay, I get that you're busy, but Victoria, I'm really busy too. And if you did your chores on time, they wouldn't pile up.
No one else has to do chores.
You're not everyone else. You're Victoria. You need to do your chores. We've already talked about this a million times.
Well, I don't care. You can do your own chores. I'm not going to do them.
I'm sick of fighting about this. Can you just do your chores tonight?
No, I'm not going to do them.
You need to do your chores.
No.
Is there what can we do to get you to get your chores done?
If you stop bothering me about it, then maybe I'll do it.
And that was how it.
Yeah, and then I just didn't do the chores.
All right. Well, like I said, it seems like the chores is something that brings a lot of frustration to both of you. So I'm happy that we're doing this activity again. Do you want to switch roles and try it?
Sure. Okay. So Victoria, I noticed that there are some dishes in the sink. Do you mind helping me out and kind of finishing those up for me?
I can't do them right now. I am too busy. I have a lot of homework to do.
Do you think you can do it after you finish your homework?
Maybe I can try.
Okay, well, I'll check in on you after you're done with your homework, and then we can try to see if you can get the dishes done.
All right.
So it seemed like there was less frustration this time.
Well, because I feel like as my mom, she should just give me like space and time to get the things done at my own pace. Because like, I feel like when she asks me to do something, I have to do it right that second, and I like sometimes I'm not always available like to do everything for her at the moment she asks for it.
But you did hear when Mom mentioned that it is just the two of you at home, so sometimes there are more responsibilities. How do you view that? Do you think of it as something?
Yeah, I guess I sometimes forget that like we're kind of helping each other out, and like she needs me just as much as I need her.
And I try really hard to be patient with her, and I know that she's busy. And I know that she does help with a lot of the chores, but sometimes I just get so frustrated that things aren't done, and I really need to work on seeing that maybe if I give her some space, she'll get them done later. Maybe as long as she gets them done by the end of the week or something.
So giving more of a broader timeline so that they do get done, but maybe if Victoria has things to do at this moment, that it'll be something she does when she can.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to add something new this time. Now, I want to try this scenario again, but also just keep in mind, Victoria, how Mom must be feeling with all the stress that she's dealing with, and also Christina, how Victoria is feeling stressed with school, things like that. And let's act it out as though you wish it would happen, knowing this what you guys have worked on today.
Okay. So me being Mom. And
Yes,
Victoria.
being yourself.
Okay. Hi, Victoria. How was school today?
It's good. Thanks for asking.
Oh, good. So I noticed that you missed some of your chores this morning, and I was hoping if you had some time, maybe you could finish those up today, by the end of the day, maybe?
Yeah, I'll put them on my to-do list and I'll get them done after I finish my homework.
Okay, thanks. I really appreciate that.
Me too.
See, it feels like there's a much calmer attitude about the situation. How do you guys feel now that you've reenacted it the way that you maybe would like it to be in the future?
I mean, I think that would be much better. We didn't yell, we didn't scream, neither of us stormed off or slammed any doors, and I'm still getting the end result that I want. She's still going to be able to do the chores.
Yeah, I think it's good. We're communicating better. So.
And I know that was something that you guys were feeling was difficult for you to do, was the communication.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for doing this activity. I think that it was really helpful for today.
Yeah, never even
Thanks,
thought to try
yeah.
to put myself in my mom's shoes, but